Hi, Anthony Showtime Pettis. Tonight's event is sanctioned by the Wisconsin Department of Safety and Professional Services. Commissioner Mary Murphy Edwards. Our judges are Gabe Sabatis, Mike Rogers, and Zach Gursky. And now, fight fans, make some noise. It's time to shine with our first bout of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the APFC Featherweight Division, sponsored by Pettis MMA. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. Official weight, 147 pounds. Coming in tonight with a record of no wins and 2 losses. Damas y caballeros de Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, Hector Bonilla. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight, 148.1 pounds. Coming in tonight with a record of 2 victories and 3 losses, and fighting out of Holman, Wisconsin, Ellias Buarapha. And your referee in charge is Tom DeVellis.
Tom DeVellis, the third man inside for our first bout of the evening here at APFC 20. Ben the Bane Davis here ringside alongside David Evans. I cannot wait for all of the 21 fights tonight.
Well, here we go. Let's get it started. Both of these guys coming to the center of the cage.
Early takedown attempt from Bonilla. What we anticipated from this Puerto Rican incumbent. Elias, though, doing a nice job defensively here, David.
Strong double leg there by Bonilla. Now he's just working on the cage. Buarapha's doing everything that he needs to do, getting that nice post on the right-hand side, underhook on the left-hand side, which is going to allow him to get back into his feet. Maybe look for him to throw like a guillotine. I see him chasing the neck there, right into it. But Bonilla's just powering through it at this moment.
2.5 left to work in round number 1. 3 3-minute rounds in this amateur division. And when you think about that Puerto Rican wrestling skill set, the Midwestern grappling also has such respected pedigree, David.
I mean, it's definitely just on an international level. I would think, you know, American wrestling and Puerto Rican wrestling, the Midwest, the Iowas, the Milwaukees, the Missouris, the Ohios, tough wrestling states. But, I mean, look at Bonilla representing, you know, on his own accord here tonight.
Dominant position here with 2 minutes on the clock. Now some ground and pound from Bonilla. Trying to lock up a submission here. Buarapha wise to it. Trying to explode out. Bonilla still in the driver's seat, though. I love how he's maneuvering in these positions.
Bonilla keeping his head down, just grinding through his opponent now. Now jumping and trying to take the back. However, this is going to allow Buarapha to hip heist out. But Bonilla staying attached to that leg, now working the outside single. This is a bit of a 50-50 position here.
And when you think about it, that was Buarapha's opportunity to maybe find some separation, right, and reset in the center. Unfortunately for him, Bonilla back on top.
Bonilla back on top, looking to throw some strikes here from the top position and not just grind his opponent out. Now, I think the more he opens up, looks to, you know, throw some punches from the top position, the more windows you'll see open up from the bottom position. Making his opponent move and react is going to be his key to passing the guard here.
Nice work from Buarapha to find himself back on the feet. Bonilla, though, erases the distance in between them and is again trying to muscle Buarapha down. And I will say, David, I like that Buarapha has remained pretty composed. You're not seeing him get agitated or overzealous in any positions. He is taking his time, but with 30 seconds on the clock, right, you do maybe need to start getting something in motion.
I mean, he doesn't look overwhelmed at all, very much composed. However, you don't want to be too relaxed going into this. I mean, he's a round down with 20 seconds left. I mean, in 20 seconds, that can change the direction of a round. But look at Bonilla on top, looking for that neck crank.
It's a weird position, David, that Bonilla's trying to set up that choke. Maybe just to make Buarapha uncomfortable, I would say, as we head to the second round.
I think I'd agree with you, Ben. It was just something to try to open up his opponent and see if he can get his hips to move.
Heard some words from Tom DeVellis there as he lets Ellias Buarapha get back to the corner, but a very dominant first frame for the Puerto Rican, Hector Bonilla. David, walk me through some of this excellent grappling control.
Here we have Buarapha looking for that guillotine choke. However, Bonilla just stayed attached to him. I mean, his wrestling was the biggest difference maker here tonight. Landed some ground and pound, nice hammer fist there on the left-hand side. I mean, very much control all through round one for Bonilla.
If you're in Elias's corner, what is the suggestion ahead of these next 3 minutes?
We have to put Bonilla on his back foot. We got to move forward, get him on his back foot, throw out the jab. We have to disrupt his comfortability with his wrestling right now.
Disruption crucial for Ellias Buarapha, Wisconsin's own. Down a round so far, but still 2 to go. We'll see if this second frame sees more success for him. Tom Devilis gets a set. Oh! Bonilla wasting no time, opens up with a right hand and instantly is deep in on the hips. Good framing by Buarapha.
Buarapha doing a great job. Just sprawling out, however, got his feet against the cage, and Bonilla's just going to keep moving forward, looking to transition up top. Great job by Buarapha punching on the brakes there.
Big shots there, find some separation. Bonilla might be a little bit hurt as Buarapha connects again. Big left from Bonilla.
Bonilla comes back with 2 of his own. Looks like both of these guys want to stand now.
Couple deep breaths from Hector Bonilla. Despite all of the success and control, the fatigue seems to be affecting him more than Buarapha.
I mean, he definitely expended a lot of energy in the wrestling and trying to control his opponent. Took a bad shot there. Buarapha was looking to capitalize with a guillotine choke, forcing Bonilla to go to his back and just kind of abandon the shot. Now Buarapha's in a great position. On top, looking like he's passing them out. Bonilla's looking to wall walk here, but Buarapha making the adjustments. Let's see where he builds off this going into the second round.
Minute 45 on the clock here in the second frame. Ellias Buarapha having a way better second round, finding some success. Bonilla attempting to reverse the momentum here. Buarapha again on the guillotine.
Now Bonilla being a bit stubborn, going for that double leg, and Buarapha had the neck. That looks tight. Look for him to arch his hips into Bonilla and get his head to the ceiling. Bonilla looks like he's struggling there.
Ellias Buarapha selling into this one-arm guillotine. Puerto Rico's Bonilla grimacing as he tries to remain tough, but that left arm caught. Now he's in a bad spot, David.
Not in a great spot there. I mean, the guillotine was definitely threatening, but Bonilla was able to work his chin out, you know, from the choke there. But Buarapha just on top in a great position now, taking the back, just raining down shots here.
Minute on the clock, Hector Bonilla surviving. But what a reversal of momentum from first round to second round, David.
It only takes one move, one punch, one exchange. And when Buarapha saw his opportunity, he threatened that choke like he had been to defend a shot. Speaking of one move, Bonilla, nice hip heist, and he's on top now. 30 seconds left. Maybe he can steal the round back.
And when you think of all the energy that Ellias Buarapha was putting into that guillotine, putting it to the ground and pound, now he might be the exhausted one as Bonilla lets loose with the right hand.
Great back and forth fight up to this point. Round two coming to a close. It's going to be a hard one to judge right now, but as I say, judges have short-term memory. They're going to remember the last thing they saw, and if I'm Bonilla, you got to feel confident about that.
What a fantastic firefight we have to kick things off here in Potawatomi. APFC 20 starting with a bang as we head to the third and final round between two amateur featherweights in Ellias Buarapha and Hector Bonilla.
Here we have Bonilla coming in right with a right hand, going right into that double leg takedown. The wrestling was all she wrote for Bonilla throughout this fight. However, Buarapha came back with some strikes of his own. Beautiful left hand, beautiful straight knees right down the middle. But then Bonilla got right back to what brought him to the show, the wrestling. Buarapha threatened that guillotine. Bonilla was able to weather that storm, transition, nice hip heist, ended up on top position to end that second round. That's a hard one to a hard one to judge, excuse me. I definitely give first round to Bonilla. Second round, I kind of want to give him the edge a little bit, but it's a toss-up.
I feel like it's tricky because such a deep submission attempt from Ellias Buarapha, a lot of ground and pound as well when Bonilla busted out of it. I kind of lean towards him, but to your point, right, final 30 seconds, Hector Bonilla was the one on top, landing damage. All comes down to these 3 minutes, potentially. Third and final round underway. Again, Bonilla opens up with a right hand. Southpaw and orthodox. Beautiful cross from Bonilla. Again, touches the chin.
In the striking department, look for that big right hand from Bonilla, as we just saw. Whenever you have southpaw versus orthodox, if you're the orthodox fighter, you want to jam that right hand down the middle. That's going to open up many things. As we know with Bonilla, right into the shot. Inside single here, transitioning to a double on the cage. Buarapha.
Great reversals all night long from both gentlemen. Bonilla rides with it. Now they again are stuck against the cage. Bonilla deep in on a takedown attempt.
Bonilla in on this double leg. Buarapha just kind of hanging on in that front headlock position. Bonilla able to dump him, run the pipe, and transition. Now we've seen Buarapha try to do this throughout transitions all night. Try to take the back. Now he's transitioning into an arm bar.
How threatening is this position here from Buarapha?
Extremely if executed correctly. And right now, Bonilla's doing everything he needs to do to defend it, transitioning to that opposite side. Now his arm's no longer in danger, and he's back in control, man.
Minute 40 on the clock in this third and final round. It could be 1-1 apiece. Ellias Buarapha needs to find some momentum and reverse this and continue to have some success and damage here in the third.
We talked about him being calm, cool, collected early on in the fight. Right now it's time to abandon that. You know, you're a minute and a half left in the final round. He needs to get back to his feet. Right now what he's doing, holding the double overs, that's doing nothing but keeping him attached to his opponent, keeping him attached to that position. He needs to try to push off, hip heist, get to a hip, and create space if he wants to get back in this.
Watch back of the head, Blue.
And you can hear Tom DeValise issuing some warnings, right, for inactivity. Maybe that's a strategy from Ellias Buarapha. Stall it out and then try and get a reset on the feet. But with a minute remaining, Ellias Buarapha needs to make something happen. He can't rely on the officials to save him.
Time is not on his side. You have no time to stall. You have to create movement, create action, and create opportunity. Right now, he's just comfortable holding on to his opponent, maybe just trying to stave off taking damage at this point. I think it looks like he's accepted defeat with 30 seconds left.
Bonilla on the verge of capturing his first victory in mixed martial arts. What a performance it's been, but still 30 seconds on the clock. Anything could truly happen here, but like you said, David, it doesn't seem that the optics are there for Buarapha.
20 seconds left. Buarapha looks like a defeated fighter. If you ask me, I think Bonilla's just comfortable hanging out in this half guard. We see that from wrestlers a lot. They'll hang out in the half guard and just beat you up for however long you give them. But now it looks like Bonilla is going to coast off into the sunset with his first victory here at APFC.
From Puerto Rico, now a gutsy effort in Milwaukee. Hector Bonilla, in all likelihood, will get his hand raised for the very first time. Ellias Buarapha frustrated with that performance, but I've got to say, David, it was truly impressive with how dominant Bonilla was in the first frame. Elias's response in the second, however, in the third, it was all Bonilla.
Impressive performance by both guys. They both had their moments. More than anything right now was the wrestling, as we see by Bonilla, being in that top position, just raining down ground and pound there. I think that was his path to victory easily here tonight. He went through some trouble, got into some bad spots, but continually worked his way out. And you love to see that from young fighters at this stage in their career.
First of 10 amateur bouts here tonight at APFC 20. The final two between Logan Stumpf and Carlos Moreno, and Leo Zabala and Angelo Sakopoulos will be for titles. So we are crowning some champions here on the APFC prelims. Fantastic to see, and maybe Hector Bonilla could work his way to a championship opportunity in some short time, David.
As of now, it looks like he has all the intangibles, man.
I love that from you, David, the intangibles. All right, well, let's make this one official and send it inside for the first time to our ring announcer, handsome Michael Hansen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. And all 3 judges scored this fight 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Hector Bonilla.
Aguadia's own Hector Bonilla, victorious for the very first time in his amateur career, the Korean Caribbean.